Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. With about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Show it up, show it up.
On second down, Watt. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
His first carry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Brissett. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Hines. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And they're able to run it in and started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on second down, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hatchet, check. Check, hot route, hot. Kill, hey, turn it up. Kill, turn it up.
They'll try the left side. Watt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watch the screen.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker Darius Leonard applied the heat.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Check. Lucky. Check your hot read. Yeah.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
48 months.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. 7-7, our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
They'll run on 1st down. Watt. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mike, 48. Here we go, D. Watch safety three. Watch safety three.
Now it's Hines. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, Brissett. And he's got his man, Hilton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
First down, Colts.
Ready? 48 for Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back, back, back. Kill. Check 43. Shit. Go. Motion.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Mike, 48. Mike. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On first down, Hines. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. Check three.
This is Hines. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Joker. Check 50, check 50.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson flushed out right. Now he's going to let... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 33 yards that time. That seemed to me to be all about trust. Your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Make these babies cry all the way back home. Bang, 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 bang. Out. Boom. He's coming. We got double up.
Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Under 10. 10. 29 is the Mike 29.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score as the Ravens push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Watch it slap, watch it slap.
From the 29, Brissett. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Hines on the toss play. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They'll run for it with Hines. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Backed up where they were on this side of the field, that was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 1 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They run with Hines. And an alley to run. 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bailey got the extra point, and that will get them one closer. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Watch the safety creep. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Whip, 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 whip. Watch him on. Kill, kill, kill.
From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Let him know, let him know. Hey, hey, watch it, watch it. Slam, slam, slam. Do hard.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3 and out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Number 53, Mike 53. Here we go, here we go. Check, 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 check. Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Check. Cross.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Matt Judon there to bring him down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth quarter lead.
At the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Go. Staying open. Mike, for you.
To throw, Brissett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 34 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
They run again with Hines. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Go. Check three. Check.
And to give this time to the tailback. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 47 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
No. Hey, switch gears.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Switch. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 28 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10th. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
At the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Kill. Yeah. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
25, check 25.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the shit.
Check 26. Check 26.
Shoot.
Check 99. Check 99. Slam.
They'll run on first down. Hines, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Tighten up. Undercrush. Sponge.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 31. Check the backer. Shit.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big kick coming now for Dan Bailey. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 60 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Justin Houston in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Let's go, watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Twist.
Throwing now is Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Show it out. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
One last shot for Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Indianapolis, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yeah. Wanna bend up this magic. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use a can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars.